Hello. So I had a couple conversations today, clients, friends, new friends, and the general theme of judgment had come up. Judgment of self and judgment of how the fuck did I even get here, because I have no idea how I got here. Just in their current state. And there's a massive butterfly flying around. And so the thing that I realized is that and I keep saying it, I'm going to keep saying it over and over and over and over again, is that we have to get honest with ourselves. We have to get honest about the situation we're in. You know, it's the idea of getting honest with yourself, getting idea of being honest with the things that no longer serve you or your highest good. We put people on a pedestal. We lose who we are. We hand over part of ourself by saying, I like you, you're a shiny object, you're so much better than me, you're going to fulfill this thing in me. And it never works out, let's be honest. You have to show up for yourself implicitly and wholeheartedly. You have to show up. And so when we talk about the idea of getting honest and putting somebody on a pedestal and what that looks like and what it feels like, because it doesn't feel good. We're constantly in this state of anxiety of not enoughness. Whether it's around money, a man, a job, whatever the thing is, there's a level of not enoughness. And so I'm dealing with it right now. I'm going through gut-brain integration. I don't really know what it's about, but I know it's there, and I know that I'm dealing with it, and I'm discovering and allowing. And when I'm in resistance, my initial idea is to take a nap. And I didn't need to, because I took my mentor's advice and just used the anchor on my knee. And it gave me this divine feeling. And so something else that came up in these conversations, and I feel like it's just as much a message for me as it is the people I was talking to, because it kept coming up, is words. We use words to describe who we are. And when we scale it back to the simple idea of just being, the idea of just being, when you are just being, what are the words that you want to embody? Go ahead and drop them in the comments. What are the words you desire to embody? What is the kind of man or woman you want to become in your everyday life, in your natural state of being? For me, mine are grace, reverence, poise, and magnetic. And if I don't have any distractions, I can show up exactly as that woman. I can show up exactly as me. And I love it, because I can embody those words just by being. I just get to ask the universe, show me how to do this. Show me how to have grace, how to have reverence, how to have poise, how to be magnetic. Seems easy enough, right? And it's a really difficult task, because it requires us to be mindful and present in that moment. Mindful and present. Just when we want to embody some words that describe us and our state of being. We have to get honest with ourselves. We have to get honest with the part of ourselves that we have lost. What have we handed over for the sake of money, a relationship, what we perceived to be happiness. Because the question is are you really happy? Relief, content, strength. Tara, that's an I think relief is an interesting word. Can you elaborate on relief? What does that look like, relief? What does that feel like? What does that mean for you? Relief from what? From who? Flo, the idea of being radiant. What does that look like for you? Radiant. Radiance. It feels so good. It feels so good to feel radiant. It feels so good to feel strong. It feels so good to know that I am content with everything exactly as it is because it is perfect. If you imagine you have everything you desire, what does that feel like? Nourishing and nurturing. So Tara, because I don't know if you caught that. Relief. Relief from what? And flow. When you are embodying radiance and being nurturing towards yourself and others, and you are nourishing your soul and your body and your mind. When you feel into those words, what does it feel like? Sometimes the next step we need to take is to identify the word, define it, what's the actual definition, and then sit with that feeling. What is resonating about that feeling? What is resonating about the idea of feeling this way or that way, whatever way it is? It's so important if we allow ourselves to be in the idea that since we create our own reality, we create our own reality. We call in everything into our current state. Me being in Bali in this situation, having this conversation, I manifested this. You manifested this. Right? And so when you think of it that way and in that context, when you want relief, or you want to, I used to say, keep my head above water. Well, my head's above water. I'm very much above water. What does that feel like? So the question really is, at that point, when you use these words and these feelings, how can you ask the universe to embody these more every day? How can I embody these words? Write them down too. Put them on your mirror, put them in your journal, put them in your phone, save them as your background screensaver on your phone. Just words. Great app that you can use for that. And when you allow yourself to be in this space and allow the universe to work in your favor, knowing that you create your own reality and everything that happens to you is happening for a reason. It's a lesson you've called in, whatever the thing is. For me, being here in this moment is a past thing that I've manifested. This current moment is past as it is happening. The way we perceive time is only relative. So when you embody these words more, or you allow yourself to really own the life that you want, really own it. You pick these words, you become these words. You allow yourself the grace to be the woman you want to be. But you have to slow down and be like, okay, if I create my own reality, and I'm ignoring myself because I've done this, I've put this person on a pedestal, I've give this person part of me with expectation in return, I expect my family to show up a certain way. I expect these conversations to be different. I'm judging another human being. You're losing part of yourself. You're ignoring that part of yourself that is screaming out so dearly. Allow yourself that grace to acknowledge that that's even happening. Sit with yourself, close your eyes, and breathe. If I'm feeling a negative feeling, where am I feeling it in my body? What do I need to do to embody these words? What can I do to embody these words more? How can I let my expectations of others go away? How can I let the expectations I set for myself go away? You know, the idea of being content is the idea of being okay with just being. Just being. And when I first came to Bali, or before I even came here, when I was on tour, before I knew I was coming to Bali, all I wanted to do was learn how to just be. Because I didn't know how to just be. And so here I am, just being. So, I will leave you with that. And go ahead and drop more comments. Let me know what your experience is just from doing this simple exercise. Let me know what the universe provides for you in the coming days. All right, I love you all.